What's going on, YouTube world? This is your guy, your friend, your online brother, Sealz the man, and I'm back with a nighttime edition episode. A favorite, I know. So thank you for coming back. Thank you for supporting your guy always. I'm truly appreciative of you. And on today's video, we're going to talk about the top seven behavioral traits of a man who takes you seriously. Now, I made another video on this. If you haven't seen it, up here, check that out. That's kind of related to this, but this is a different side of this equation. How do men act when they take you seriously? And as you know, I only speak from personal experience, personal witnessing from others, and personal teachings from good men and good teachers overall. But before I start, make sure you follow me, subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you think. So make sure you watch this video, the whole video, because as you know, your guy Sealz will be dropping gems, straight up bombs. All right, so let's get straight into it. The first behavioral trait, the first behavior that I'm going to talk about a man who is serious about you, how he's going to act around you, is communication. When a man is serious about you, he is constructing this communication with you, brick by brick, emotion by emotion, word by word, interaction by interaction. The key word when it comes to communication with serious men is building. He's trying to build something with you. Another thing with men who are not serious about you when it comes to communication is that their communication is inconsistent. So you'll hear from him one day, not hear from him the next day. And I'm not saying that a man who is serious about you is always going to be consistent and there for you and talking to you and calling you and texting you. Maybe he's a busy man. Maybe he has a busy lifestyle. But notice that I said transparent in the beginning of this point. He's going to let you know what it is. He's going to let you know when he's able to talk to you. He's going to open his mouth and speak to you so there's no confusion. Confusion and a man who is serious with you will not be in the same sentence because he is speaking with transparency, purposely. So let's go to the next behavioral trait that a serious man will show you, and that is remembers. Now, barring any memory disorders, illness, or affliction, putting all that to the side because that's something you can't control. But if that man has none of these things, he's going to remember the important things when it comes to you, the important things about you. And they don't always have to be big things. They don't have to be grand things. They can be small things, minuscule things. So things like your favorite food, your birthday, even your allergies. Those are important things. And he's going to remember those things because they are important things. Because as a man, I will feel like the worst imbecile in the universe to have a girlfriend who is allergic to peanuts, and for her birthday I order her a peanut cake. Just a combination of regret. Thank God I'm not that type of man. But there are men out there who are not serious about you, who are not going to remember these important things. When a man is serious about you, he's going to remember all the important things about you. And that kind of branches off from the first point, which is communication, because communication exposes who you are. It opens up the doors of visibility of you to him. He can't know these things unless there's communication. But once you tell him these things, a man who is serious about you is going to remember those things. In fact, he's going to use it to his advantage. Y'all might strike up a conversation one day and you told him something, probably forgot about it, but in the back of his mind, he put that back there to remember that. And then he brings it up in conversation another day. You're like, wow, he actually remembered that. I forgot I told him that. That is a plus. That means he's serious about you, because if he didn't care about you, he would not remember these things. The next behavioral trait that I'm going to bring up with a man who is serious about you is initiation. Initiation is king, and effort means the world. A man who is serious about you is going to initiate. He's going to take action. He's not going to be scared to take action. Now, I just want to let y'all know this can be very scary for men too, because on our side, we want things to be perfect as part of our pride, of course, and we don't want to mess up. Especially if we recognize how great you are, how great of a woman you are. We don't want to mess up. So taking initiation can be scary, but the fact that you try, a great woman, a good woman will see that, and she will recognize that, and she will applaud that. If he tries, puts in the work, put in the effort to make something happen, to be there, to hang out with you, to get to know you, to take you out, if he's trying to get in your life and show you his, that is an act of bonding, and that is admirable. Only serious men will do that. Now you may say, I came across a guy who wasn't serious about me and he'd done the same things. Now there's signs behind that as well. You can realize the intention behind people's actions if you pay attention, if you hear the things they say, if you see the way they act and what their end goal is, if you ask them questions, what they want out of this, what they want from you, what they want in life in general. Never take things face value. Always try to figure out if there's really peanut butter and jelly in that sandwich between those two slices, you feel me? Don't just take the sandwich, open that bad boy up because you don't know what's in there. A lot of y'all take the sandwich because y'all were told it was a PB&J and y'all ain't even look in it. Y'all ain't even open that up. Check your sandwiches. Another analogy brought to you by Sealz the Man. But initiation is bold and it is evident. There's no denying it. The next behavioral trait that a serious man will show to you, present to you, is, I'll call it, inclusion and consideration. Now with this behavior, he tends to ask you advice, or he tends to ask for your suggestions or your word on certain things. He'll ask you questions like, you know what? Hey, what do you think about this? Or I was working on something and you came across my mind because I know you're pretty smart and all that. And what's your suggestion on this? What do you think I should do in this situation? He trusts your judgment, he respects your thinking, and that will no doubt make a man serious about you. When a man can learn from you, his partner, his woman, there's not many things better than that as a source of information and inspiration. If I could look to my right and ask my partner for suggestions or education or information, if I can pick her brain, I can't ask for more. I respect you. I want you. I need that. And a man who is serious about you is going to become more serious when he respects your game. And that leads me to my next behavior of a man who is serious about you. And that is investor. He will become your number one investor. A man who is truly serious about you is truly invested in you, your health, your well-being, your being, and all things that are important to you. And what do investors do? They place value that they've earned and put it in your basket in hopes that your value increases. Because when your value increases, his value increases. When I invest in my stocks, in my portfolio, I take the hard-earned money that I earned, that I worked for, blood, sweat, and tears, not so much blood, and I place that important thing into this stock because I believe in this stock. I know if I invest in this stock will give me a return back. And together we will have a beneficial partnership. It will be a win-win situation because that stock will be winning because I'm adding into it and it's bringing value back to me. When I am serious about my woman, I am going to dump my value into her. I'm going to do everything I possibly can to enrich her life. It does not mean that she needs my enrichment. I want to, especially as a man. If I plan on starting a relationship with you, then my goal is to have a union, to become one. I want to become one with a good woman who I can bring value to and she can bring value to me, and therefore we'll grow a beautiful relationship. That's the goal. And another thing is, nothing is promised. There's no guarantee that this is even going to work. But when I go into a relationship, when I'm serious about a woman, I put my all into it. I don't do any half-butt situation. I don't go into it with 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I'm all in or I'm all out. Therefore, a serious man is going to be your number one investor, and if he's not, he is not serious about you. Simple as that. And also, action speaks louder than words. So let's go to the next behavior that a serious man will present to you, that he will show you. It's what I call earplay. And what is earplay? Basically is he listens, and he listens with intention. He listens with purpose. What you're saying is not going in one ear and out the other. And you could tell when someone is not taking in what you're saying. It's so obvious. He hears you. And the thing about listening is, it goes beyond the ears, in my opinion. I feel like listening and hearing is an experience that the person grants permission to. So when I hear you, I feel you. Your words become part of me. I take it in. I can feel the mood of your words because I take it in. It's part of me now. And when I take in all these verbal sensations from you, these moods, when I feel you, when I feel your words, I get to know you better. And as a serious man, there's no better feeling because when I listen to you intentionally, you become more and more and more part of me. Because if you are truly serious about a person and you want to get to know a person, you will listen, you will feel them, you will hear them, and that becomes an experience. Just think about it. One of the highlights of most relationships are, you remember the first words you said to me? Or you remember how you approached me that day? The auditory sensations, the verbal sayings. People will never forget those things because it's an experience. And the last thing I'm gonna bring up, the seventh behavior that a serious man will show to you is curiosity. He will forever be curious of you. The urge, the want to learn of you, to experience the newness of you, the things he hasn't touched yet, will never end. Just because you get married to someone, that curiosity should not just stop there. All of us are so beautifully complex, filled with secrets and desires, wants and needs, ugly things and beautiful things. There's so much in each and every one of us. It is literally impossible to figure out someone, even if you've been with that person for 100 years, because people always change. That curiosity is what you want to look for in a serious man and a serious person. But there's a beauty in the chase of getting to know someone. And the longer you're with someone, the more you get to know about that person. Now you're a whole pirate out here, just finding more treasure and more treasure with this woman or this man or wherever you're with. It's an everlasting love and an everlasting curiosity. Never let your curiosity die. But a serious man won't let that happen because he is forever serious about you. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, an effort to understanding the mind of men. So I'll check y'all on my next video. Peace and blessings. Good night.